Good morning and thanks for joining us for Tuesday's edition of Press Review right here on Luntha TV. Today it is the 19th of July in the year 2022, and as usual in this program we take you through newspapers, where we also take you briefly of the newspapers, some of the stories that are appearing in them. And today with me Tandi Wemzmara and my colleague
Bridget Mwanonga. Wait, can't you just wait?
Sorry.
Okay, I'll be taking you through some of the stories appearing in the national newspaper, and now you can pass your greeting.
You know what, never mind. I'll be taking you through the Daily Times newspaper.
But how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm also fine.
Great. Should we start?
Yeah, you can. I should.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so on the front page of the national newspaper, ACB probes Nkaga's car, but Juzuma says probe outside SATA scoop. The Anti-Corruption Bureau, ACB, says its investigation against the Minister of Natural Resources, Ezono Nkanga, will include authenticating documents which are flying around the social media, alleging that he may have received a gift from Zoneth Sata. In a written response to their questionnaire, right? Should I say our?
Well, you're just reading what's there.
Okay,
so.
What's here is, in a written response to our questionnaire yesterday, ACB Director General Martha Jizuma, Martha Jizuma said the Bureau has taken interest in the allegations and will investigate the issue. She said, we, however, need to clarify that the investigations that the Bureau is currently conducting on Zoneth Sata's corruption allegations are largely based on information the Bureau received, which covers the period between March 2021 and October 2021.
All right, speaking of the front page of the Daily Times newspaper, headline here is Judge Christ Fall. The sub-headlines read Sues Chagwera, Judicial Service Commission, application dismissed by fellow judge. Now, part of the story reads that High Court Judge Mike Tembo has dismissed an application by fellow Judge Michael Mtambo that President Lazarus Chagwera's decision not to promote him to the Supreme Court should undergo a judicial review test. But Mtambo has submitted a new application for judicial review to allow the government, through the Attorney General, to defend the President's decision made on the recommendation of the Judicial Service Commission.
Okay, I'll take one more on the front page of the Nation newspaper. 8 p.m. censored over bingo poisoning claims. Legal and political experts in the country have censored former President Peter Mutharika, fondly known as APM, over his remarks that his brother, the late Bingu Mutharika, was poisoned in 2012. Speaking on Sunday during a press briefing he held at his retirement home in Mangoji, Mutharika alleged that Malawi's former president, Bingu Mutharika, was poisoned and something was put in his wine juice at 8 a.m. and at 10 he had died. I think I find this absurd. Okay, in 2012 he was still the president. If it was something to do with investigating or something, he could have done that like way back.
Well, I don't know why he's saying it now, but it's a very serious claim to make. So I don't know whether to actually judge it as a lie or whatever.
It's
a very serious claim. No, all I'm saying is, okay, I'm saying this because there are so many comments on this from so many people. Some people think it's a lie. Some people are saying, oh no, he's just doing this. I don't know, for whatever reason. Mostly people don't understand why he's bringing it now. After all these years.
It's like 10 years.
Yes, it is 10 years. And like, it's such a serious claim, really. Anyways, my last one on local news, the headline here is Susu sent to Mawala prison, and part of the story reads Senior Resident Magistrate James Mankwazi yesterday refused to grant bail to China national Luntha, popularly known as Susu, who was extradited to Malawi from Zambia. So Susu has since been remanded to Mawala prison, awaiting the expiry of the 15 days of investigations prayed for by the state.
Whenever I hear Susu's name, it reminds me of you.
Why?
Because you have been following up the story.
Okay.
So whenever I hear his name, I'm like, okay.
Well, thank you very much for the clarification, because I was like, wait, what?
Okay, business news now. Firm says good customer service skills key to growth. Sycamore Consult Limited says good customer service is key to companies' productivity and growth. The firm's managing director, Audrey Mala, said this in an interview on Friday in Blantyre on the sidelines of customer service training workshop for Blantyre Water Board BMB customer service staff. She said that the importance of having good customer service skills is that it helps to increase the productivity of the organization.
All right, speaking of business news, the headline here is external debt hits 2.8 trillion kwacha. Part of the story reads that Malawi government's external debt has increased to 2.8 trillion kwacha at the end of last year from 2 trillion kwacha in 2020, latest figures from the Reserve Bank of Malawi have shown. According to the figures, multilateral debt has increased to 1.9 trillion kwacha, bilateral debt has moved to 368.3 billion kwacha, commercial debt is at 540.3 billion kwacha, debt service is at 90.9 billion kwacha, and interest payment has increased from 18 billion kwacha to 18 billion kwacha from 15.3 billion kwacha in 2020.
Okay, moving on. Do you have another business
no,
story?
I don't.
Okay, so we're moving to international news, and Ghana confirms Marburg virus outbreak. And the Ghana yesterday confirmed 2 cases of the highly contagious Marburg virus following the death of 2 people who earlier tested positive for the virus. Reuters reported that this is the second outbreak of the virus. The first case of it, which has a similar symptom to the deadly Ebola virus, was reported in Guinea in August last year, with no further cases reported.
I mean, wow, we're going through the most.
Yeah.
Like new diseases every day. What is Marburg virus?
I don't even know.
Like, you're okay. You know what, speaking of international
I pray we
news-
survive.
Oh yes,
I pray we
I
survive.
do so too. Speaking of international news, the headline here is Nigerian outrage as suspected gang leader made chief. Now, part of the story reads Nigeria's northwestern Zamfara state government has suspended a Muslim traditional leader, Emir, after a suspected gang leader was appointed a traditional chief. Adamu Aliero Yankuzo, a wanted suspected gang leader, was appointed and installed as the chief of the Fulani community in the Iyanton Daji area on Saturday.
Okay, I'll take one more. Mnangagwa claims foreign interference ahead of polls. Zimbabwe President Emerson Mnangagwa has warned against foreign interference as the Southern African country prepares to hold general elections next year. Writing in the state-run Sunday Mail, Mnangagwa claimed that he has noted worrisome and meddlesome tendencies from foreign missions accredited to the country, but he did not elaborate. The government frowns upon this brazen effrontery against our sovereignty, which is in clear violation of basic provisions of international law governing interstate relations, he said.
All right, speak now. Moving on to arts and culture. The headline here reads Music Body goes to pause December, and part of the story reads Musicians Union of Malawi MAM will hold elections for the National Executive Committee in December this year. MAM board chairperson Wycliffe Chimwendo confirmed yesterday of the elections, which he said was one of the agendas for the annual general meeting.
Okay, I will also take one, if not two, on the arts and culture column. Chibanga wins Imperial Chess. Feedmaster FM
Are you
elect.
sure that is not local sports?
Oh,
You probably do not have. Do you have?
Wait. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Those local sports. Yeah, okay. Nigerian Nimix praises Chiwaya. And have you watched this?
I haven't, but I've heard about it.
You should watch.
Apparently, it's about Chiwaya Chiefs.
Yeah, this is a guy from Nigeria, and he even shot the video here.
Oh, he did? Interesting.
Sure. Nigerian musician Nimix has become a hit on the video streaming social media platforms TikTok and YouTube with a song titled Chiwaya. The artist wrote the song as a tribute to the fried chips, a delicacy locally known as Chiwaya, when he visited the country. The Nigerian claims that the fried chips is one of the most outstanding things that he experienced in Malawi.
I'm guessing there isn't Chiwaya in Nigeria.
Yeah, even in the movies. Have you ever seen one?
I mean, Obviously not. It's not, I don't know. I can't even remember a scene whereby someone is going on the Jaja chips, but it must be interesting. I will try to actually follow that up. Still on arts and culture, a headline here is MC's leader laid to rest, and part of the story says Master of Ceremonies Association of Malawi, MOCAM, has described the death of its president, Leston Nyamuga, as a heavy blow to the creative sector. Nyamuga died on Thursday at Shiradzuru District Hospital and was laid to rest on Friday in Mashinjili, Brantaya. Did you see the video of his funeral ceremony?
No, I didn't.
It was very dramatic. So like there were people doing several, like trying to imitate what he used to do. So during the funeral, whilst the coffin was there, some people came in dressed as a wedding couple, and then there was one doing as the MC the way he used to do. So during the ceremony itself, there were people who dressed like a bridal party. There was a lady who dressed in a wedding dress and the man in a suit, and then there was one who was acting as an MC. I was actually like, at first when I saw the video, I was like, wait, what was happening? At first I actually thought maybe the place was double booked, and then when I heard about it, it was more like a tribute to the guy. I was like, wow, interesting. It really was interesting. It was such a way to say goodbye.
I think I should watch that.
You should. It's interesting.
The way you're explaining it, I think it's something you must watch.
It really is.
Okay, Medsi distances himself from Wazakena, and the dancehall artist Medsi has refuted allegations that he is now being managed by one-time close ally. Ally can be Wazakena. Wazakena has been posting on social media alleging that he is managing the 18-year-old artist after his severe ties with his former management team, US-based Magic Fingers. But in a twist of events, the music prodigy has denied signing any agreement with Wazakena, labeling him as a confusionist who is bent on orchestrating his downfall. I think too much drama also. There is also a video circulating on social media about Wazakena. I think he's just full of drama.
Probably. I mean, some people just try to seek attention. I think that's how people sometimes get to be known. They try to create drama so that they are known or whatever. Anyways, now moving on to the back page of our newspaper, that's with the local sports. A headline here reads Queens boosts, and the sub-headlines read Maui returns with Vixen's blessings, shooter ends 4-year absence. Now, part of the story reads that Malawi netball icon Maui Kumwenda returned home through Chilega International Airport in Blantyre yesterday to join Malawi netball national team camp training for the 2022 Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, England. The Queen's training is taking place at Bingo National Stadium in Lilongwe, and the team is expected to depart for Birmingham on Thursday.
Okay, moving on to local sports. Malinika says Zambia, Mozambique, solid teams. Frames coach Mario Malinika says he now has a picture on what to expect from Malawi's 2023 Championship of African Nations second round potential opponents, Zambia and Mozambique, having watched them at the COSAFA Cup. The Frames will face winners between Zambia's Chipolopolo and Mozambique's Mambas in the second round of CHAN, and the Romanian stayed behind in Durban, South Africa, after they lost.
All right, I don't know if you have any more locals before we move on to international sports.
I think I'll take one more. The one you stopped me earlier.
Oh yes, the one you thought was the arts and culture one.
Yeah, it happens.
Oh, of course.
Chipanga wins Mpiro chess, and partly the story reads Feedmaster FM elect Chiretso Chipanga has been crowned champion over the Mpiro Open Chess Tournament that attracted over 70 contestants at Ngaria Lodge in Blantyre. He received about 150,000 winners prize in the 9-round Federation of International Chess rated competition after a Bruzok tie-breaking system favored him following a tie on 7.5 points with a Precious Sigamwendo who settled for the runner-up slot.
All right, now moving on to international sports. I have one here, a headline here is Bell produces stylish first touch on LAFC debut, and part of the story reads Gareth Bell made his Major League Soccer MLS debut as a 72nd minute substitute for Los Angeles FC in a 2-1 win at Nashville SC on Sunday. The Wolves forward impressed with his first touch, making a backheel pass 5 minutes after replacing goal scorer Cristiano Arango.
Okay, I think I will take one. Zambia bag 6-8 COSAFA title, although whenever I'm reading about Zambia, it feels like
You're talking about Malawi.
Yeah.
I know, it doesn't really feel international.
Zambia have claimed a record equaling 60th Hollywood Davis COSAFA Cup title after a 1-0 victory over Namibia in a thrilling final at the iconic Moses Madiba Stadium, bringing to a close another sub-regional championship on Sunday. In contrast, the Flames, who have never won the regional showpiece since its inception in 1997, were booted out in the group stages.
All right, I must say congratulations to Zambia. And as you said earlier on,
It feels
it feels like Zambia is Malawi. So their win is our win. Mikasa Sukasa.
Mikasa Sukasa?
Yes.
Oh,
my house, my home is your home. Yes.
Okay, I think that will be all from us.
Of course.
But today happens to be your birthday. How old are you?
2.
You're 2?
Yes.
Never mind, I know how old you are, but just know that we are so proud of you here.
Thank you.
Personally, I like working with you. You make my job so easy.
I do too. I love the drama.
Yeah, and I enjoy being up here with you.
Yes,
if not with you, then I would rather not be here.
Yeah, I'm
So,
sure.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
I'm not going to hug you because there is COVID-19.
Of course. And
But just know that we are all proud of here from the director and everybody here. We are so proud of you, and we are so proud.
thank you. It means a lot.
It means, yeah, a lot, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I just hope that the birthday is not just going to be one for
But
the month, though.
then you should stop annoying me, because you are one of the people who annoy me the most.
Well, anyways, that's just hearsay. That's according to you.
Happy birthday once again.
Thank you.
So, that's all
Of course.
about her birthday. So today we took you through some of the stories appearing in the national newspaper, and of course she had the Daily Times, which is going at 1,000. So is the nation newspaper. Thank you so much for watching the program today. We don't take it for granted.
Of course.
Yeah.
And you've been with me, Tandi Wemzumara, and my colleague
Bridget Manoka, wishing you a lovely day and continue watching Luntha television.